Hey there and welcome. I have here the Pokemon collector box, I think it's called. It's a lunchbox with some stuff inside, including like some foil cards. So let's go ahead and get started. I always dislike this part because it's one take. So I'm opening it up. So today what I want to talk to you about is the amygdala and this concept of being triggered. Because people say this and sometimes it's overused and they don't really understand what it means, but there is some stuff here. Like, it's not just a phrase that people say. And of course, I opened it upside down. So here we have the cards and this coin. We got these 3 promos, I guess. And then let's look at the packs of cards. If I can get it there. Okay, there we go. So it looks like we got 3 over here, 3 over there, and also this code card. So let's see what we've got. We've got a Surging Sparks, Stellar Crown, Twilight Masquerade, Surging Sparks again, Stellar Crown. So let's put that with Stellar Crown. And then Stellar Crown, not another Twilight Masquerade. Okay. So we got 2 Surging Sparks, 3 Stellar Crowns, and a Twilight Masquerade, if my math is correct. And then we got some stickers. If I can get that one out too. Okay, let's just take the whole thing. Okay, so then we got some stickers. I'm a sucker for stickers. And these are pretty big stickers too. That's a nice one. Shiny Pikachu. Okay, and then what is this? We've got a little like binder thing, little portfolio maybe. Not a binder, a portfolio. And that's about it. Okay. So I'll just put this back in there for now. Just put it off to the side. I'm more interested in the cards inside the packs. Okay. So there's the code card. And I'll put that away. Okay. So the amygdala is in charge of the fight, flight, or freeze response. And sometimes people also add fawn, fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. But to keep things simple, let's just leave it as it is. So the amygdala is in the hind brain or the old brain, which is in like the middle of your brain. And the stuff in the middle of your brain is the oldest, like less evolved stuff. It's the most basic. And one of the most basic things that we need is to be able to have that fight, flight, or freeze response because it helps us to survive. I mean, that's pretty basic. So nothing from there that I can see. So the thing about that is what happens is it's actually releasing adrenaline. So the amygdala itself doesn't release the adrenaline. It sparks or triggers, I should say, the endocrine system, to release that hormone, which is adrenaline or epinephrine, and it travels through your bloodstream. So it takes a while for it to go through the whole bloodstream. So this is why, like, if you've ever had a jump scare or something, that it seems to stick around a little bit. Like, you logically know that you're having these reactions, you know that this is okay. Like, oh, that's good. That's a good one. That's fun. You know that everything's okay logically because, oh, okay, I just got jump scared by my friend and I know that he's my friend. Like, everything's fine. But your heart still might be racing a little bit, or you might still feel a little bit jumpy. And that's because that adrenaline is still going through your body. It's still going through the process. So this is important to understand, partially because of understanding yourself and understanding, like, hey, like, if my fight, flight, or freeze gets activated, that it's not going to go away immediately, even if it seems like it should, because it's logical. Okay, my friend jump scared me. Why am I still afraid? Like, that should be fine. I should be over it. But again, it's because you have the adrenaline going through your bloodstream, and that is what's causing the elevated heart rate or whatever. So it's important to understand that. And it's also important to understand that when other people seem triggered, that's a nice one. When other people get triggered too, and again, it's their fight, flight, or freeze response happens, it's important to understand that it takes a while for that to go through their system as well. So it's not about, you should get over it or whatever. You have to understand that it takes them a second to cool down. And by a second, I mean probably like 15, 20 minutes. So again, as a teacher, like what this means, there's a few things that this means, but one of them has to do with the fight. Like if two kids are fighting, we have to be able to figure out, okay, what's happening in this kid's body? What's happening? Like, are they thinking logically? And chances are probably not. And when people get very mad and they're in a fight or whatever, you can tell that they're not thinking logically. It's because you have this adrenaline going through your veins. And again, it takes a second. Like people do kind of lose control of themselves because we have this biological situation happening. So it is important to keep that in mind and to be more patient with people when they're experiencing fight, flight, or freeze, because you don't know what's happening inside their body, but you also need to understand like it is a biological thing. Oh, that's interesting. Got those two back to back. Interesting. So again, it helps me to teach the kids. I really enjoy teaching about that because it helps them, again, to understand themselves, but also to have more empathy and understanding with other people. So yeah, that's the amygdala and the fight, flight, freeze trigger situation. Again, it's not just a phrase that people say. Like there's a biological situation happening here. I got another one of those purple cards. Oh, okay. I don't know this one. Like I've not seen this one because I don't really know what I'm doing here. But that seems like an interesting one. I know that full art is a thing that people look for, so we got that one. Okay, another code card. And then let's go ahead and open up the last one. Twilight Masquerade. The only Twilight Masquerade we have here. Okay, and we got the little spider guy. And the little red ball guy. Iron bundle, whatever that is. And another red guy, but the evolved one. And then a bug. And then a slug. And then this one. I don't know what that is, but it could be good. Okay, another code card. Okay, so that wasn't that great. I have a couple, like that one looks pretty good. That might be okay. Let's put this at the bottom. And then this one, like this is the good one. I don't know if it's worth anything, but it's a full art, so I'll take that. So I guess that's the collector's box. Let's see what happens next.